Gang, what's good with y'all, man? Today I'm gonna be showing y'all some of my most recent pickups for the fall winter season. I have been slowing down a little bit on grabbing a whole bunch of clothes because now I feel like I really just need to grab what I need. So y'all will get to see that, but I do want to announce that if you have been asking me about any of the necklaces that I be wearing, they're now restocked on my website, so you can go there, grab you one right now, but hurry up though, because it's only gonna be up for like another week. So make sure you go grab that. But yeah, man, let's get right into it. So some of these items you guys have seen if you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, but I wanted to crack it off with one of the craziest PR packages that I've probably ever gotten, which is this Puma set right here from A$AP Rocky. Now it came in this insane toolbox, and I don't know if you guys have seen any of the concepts that Rocky has been coming up with lately, but this falls right in line with that whole like race grunge aesthetic that he be going for. But he did a collab with Puma, and these right here are called the Inhaled Distressed sneakers. And these are crazy, bro. So I don't know if you guys seen his runway collection with Og. I forget what it's called off the top of my head, but very insane collection. And the shoes that they were wearing were these. They come in two different colorways. So they have this like, I guess this would be considered like a white, and then you have a red pair, which is crazy. So got this pair, and it just has an insane amount of details. And I haven't been like a sneaker wearing person in a while. Y'all know I'd be rocking with my boots heavy, but these right here, bro, they just go with a lot of the things that I have been wearing. Now they're like a slimmer silhouette, so definitely have to switch up the different shapes and stuff that you're wearing. But I honestly find that baggier pants do be going with the slimmer silhouettes. Like, you don't always have to balance it with something really chunky. So I have actually been wearing these quite a bit, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like even the pop of red and just the whole overall tone of the shoe is very, very fire. But they did send a couple of other things alongside these, one of them being this Team Zip polo right here. Now this is kind of like along the same lines of the sneaker, so you can kind of see a bit of distressing, but it's not an actual distressing, it's just printing on there. So kind of has that same like worn in racetrack feel, which I thought was just completely crazy. Like, to package this all together with a toolbox was insane. And I've been seeing some hard pictures as well, but this overall is just a very cool lightweight piece. I feel like the collaboration kind of fits alongside of what I've seen Puma make and what I've seen A$AP Rocky come up with creatively. I think that they nailed it. So they also got these jorts right here, which pretty much has like this laser printed Puma logo on it, and it kind of like fades off. So if you're a huge fan of jorts, I would definitely say this is a good pair. Now I would say they kind of could be longer, but again, when you're talking about major brands like a Puma, usually they go for like more standard fits and stuff like that. Now one of the last things they had in the collection is a matching pair of pants, which I only say matching because they got the same like Puma logo across the like crotch area, but in all reality they are very, very different. So these are, I believe, the padded knee pants. So it has like this knee pad right here, which is very cool if you're like working on cars or something like that. You need some type of like protection, you feel me? So you got that. You also got these straps, which are reminiscent of some Jabots. So very cool detail, makes them feel very vintage and familiar. And then one of my favorite small details is you got like the denim patch at the back, but it has like a metal hardware logo for the Puma on the back. So I don't know, these are really cool. I think the whole fitting of it kind of goes along with the sneaker and stuff like that. So if you did want to purchase the collection, I actually think the shoes are sold out, so might not be able to get those, but the rest of the collection I'm pretty sure is still up. Now along the lines of things that you guys have seen me pick up, you also see me grab this Martine Rose hat when I was shopping for Fashion Week. So I ended up scooping this, and I have been wearing it a ton. Like, I don't really realize how much I wear hats until I start wearing hats, I guess you can say. So this has been frequent in my rotation as of recently, but this I believe is called the Cut Peak back cap. So obviously you can see the detail of it being cut. So it's a little bit shorter than your average brim, which I think is just cool, just to kind of switch it up and just have a different take on a hat. Like sometimes we just wear things that are so practical that sometimes when you do something that's impractical, it makes it just stand out and pop so much more. So definitely fire. It has the embroidery across the brim and on, well, this isn't embroidery, but it has like a print on it and then an embroidery on top in black, so you can't really see it, but hopefully you guys will be able to see the detail on camera. But you also have the martinerose.com in the back. So definitely a very like high quality hat. I've realized that the brim is like thicker than the average brim, and I only know that because I have this other hat that I'm about to show y'all, and it'll make sense in a second. Let me show you the other one. So if you've been watching the vlogs, you also seen me pick up this hat. And if you see the metal pieces on here on the brim, the reason I mentioned how thick that cap is because I tried to put one of these on that and it like bent it dang near. So I was like, well, obviously the brim has to be much thicker than this one. But this hat is by Elise Hollywood. I don't know if it's Alice or Elise, probably Alice, right? But I went to the pop-up in New York, and I have actually been seeing this hat quite often, and it's always kind of like been sold out. So I went to the pop-up, seen it, and was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. You know what I'm saying? I really like the idea of being able to have an accessory on the hat that you can kind of move around and play with however you want to. So one of the biggest things about this is they have these, I think it's called a lighter cap. So if you know lighters, they have the little like thing right where the fire comes out. And this is supposed to be that, but on the hat form. So I think it's really cool. They give you like a pack of them so you can kind of like place them however you would like, but it just looks very, very fire. And you have like this big chopper logo on the front of it, which I think it's called the Black Chopper hat. If I didn't mention that already, but very cool hat. Same like the other one. I wear this a ton and it hits every time. Now I know we're kind of like bouncing around when it comes to items, but I did want to show y'all a little clog pickup that I have, and this is by Sonya. So you guys have probably seen other people show these by now, but they sent over these pink clogs, which I do have the first version that came out, and this is the second version. So you have a couple of different details, like the buckle I think is different. The fur seems a little bit more refined, and obviously you guys can see that the packaging is much different, but the packaging is the part that really blew me away. So I really like the I guess customer experience when it comes to things and brands. So whenever a brand can really like cultivate that and give you a cool experience, it's definitely a plus in my book. So you have like this comic background that kind of looks like you bought like a very exclusive like toy or something like that. So these are really fire. I'm not going to talk y'all head off about them too much because I know you've seen clogs before, but these hit with fits because they're bright pink. So moving on, we have the 1984, I guess this is a sweatshirt, right? So a 1984 sweatshirt by MXDVS. And I know if you are a Raf Simons fan, you already instantly see where the inspiration is from. So this actually was inspired by the Raf collection, where he has the I think these are called like black palms or something like that, but it has like the black palms across it. So this was inspired by that. You also have like these, I don't know what you would call this. There's a specific name, but it has like a bunch of like pellet type of distressing, almost like a shotgun distressing on it. So you have that on the front, and then on the back you have the MXDVS logo with more distressing. And honestly, I just thought this was really cool. I really like the idea of the cut off drop shoulders because I'm able to layer it. So I think this will be like perfect for those maybe like 60, 65 degree weather where you can kind of just throw on something that's like not too hot. Like it's not too hot yet, but it's hot or it's cold. I'm bugging. It's not cold yet, but you can like layer up and get a little bit warmer. So I think this would be a perfect fall pickup. Now I got a few pair of bottoms in this pickup, and I know if you watch me or you even follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen these with like every other outfit, but Recently, I bought my second pair of Rick Owens bowling jeans. And I say second pair because I have the white pair. And I, for the longest time, wished that I had the white pair in black. And I finally ended up pulling the trigger because I seen them on the Essence sale. So grabbed these for, I don't remember how much off they were, but I think the original price is like $700-800, and I got them for like $480, something like that. I don't know, but yo, love these so much, man. Like, I wore them basically like all fashion week, and they're finally starting to like distress at the bottom, and that's the point where I was like waiting for. Like, the thing I like about Rick Owens is you can kind of wear it as a uniform, and the more it looks beat up and lived in, the better it looks. So I definitely really like these. Now, I will say that there is a little bit of a difference between these and the other pair that I have. For instance, they have kind of like a different stitching of cotton when it comes to the denim that the other ones don't have, and they're a little bit thinner. So I heard that when Rick brings back styles, he typically brings them back in a different variation when it's a different season or year or something like that. So yeah, so there's slight differences, but overall an insane pair of pants, and they're like really, really long, which, you know what I'm saying, I think everybody kind of knew that already. I think these were made specifically to go with the Kiss heels, so definitely extra long, but if that bothers you, you can get them, you know what I'm saying, adjusted. But personally, I feel like they're gonna look really cool just beat up at the bottom, so I'm gonna keep them like this. Next, we got a pair of shorts that I got from a brand that I've never gotten clothes from before, and when I got them in hand, I was like, the quality is actually very fire. So these are from Project ISR, and these are called hold on, I gotta look at the name. The Underwater Double Layered Rip Camo Shorts in black. So I do think that they have like a reverse version of these that has like camo and then black layered, but I really like the subtle hint of camo. Like, I already have camo shorts that I overwear completely, so it was cool to kind of like switch it up with this pair right here. But everything about it is doubled. Like, you also have a double waistline, which is very, very fire. But other than that, you have some slight distressing, and I think the overall thing that I enjoy about these is the fit. So they're very like flared as opposed to the slimmer type of jorts. So I think that they're really cool. I think that if you like long jorts and you are more of a rugged type person, I think these are going to be perfect for you. Now, also from Project ISR, we also have these right here, which are actually a pair of pants that cut off into shorts, but I typically wear them as shorts just because I usually wear them with like big Balenci boots, and I feel like they come down right at that perfect length. So usually I wear them like this, but you do have these detachable like denim pant legs, I guess you can kind of say. But the cool thing about these is they actually aren't zip offs, they are buttons. So I don't know if you guys have zip off shorts or pants, but try to line it up sometimes can be a little bit annoying. So I kind of like how they switched it up with the button offs, but these are really fire. And I don't really have any like white or like snow camo type of camos, so felt like this was perfect. Y'all should definitely go check them out because they have other things like clothes and pants that you guys might like. Now, lastly, I promised to talk to y'all in detail about the entire Studios pickups that I ended up getting at the I guess it was like a sample sale. But first one we're gonna start off with is this white puffer vest, which is specifically called the MML vest, and I think this is the off-white colorway, if I'm not mistaken, but it just is a very thick, high quality puffer vest that just has a certain amount of shape to it that you just don't really see in other vests. Now, this right here is, I believe, called the W2 Bomber, and this is one of the bomber jackets that they made that actually has a hood attached to it. So they made a couple of different variations of this. This one specifically is the leather version. Now, I think this is like a vegan leather or something like that, but just a buttery feel to it, like especially for this to be a bomber jacket and it to be completely leather. Even the hood is insane to me, bro. So same kind of closure as the other thing. So you have the Velcro and the zipper for the security of the jacket, and then you just have like a bunch of pockets. You have your typical like bomber pocket, and then you have like your snaps up at the shoulders. So definitely a crazy piece. This is a insane brown color. It's like a very dark chocolate brown. I think this also comes in a black, but this is like gets no better than this, bruh. So definitely a piece that I'm going to be wearing heavily when it gets cold outside. And another piece that I actually didn't find the name of on the website. All of this stuff is kind of like part of the archives at this point, but this right here is like a showstopper piece, and I felt like I needed it based off of maybe just going to events or something like that. And I guess you could kind of wear it on a day-to-day basis. It's just gonna look very attention grabbing. So this is kind of like a, I don't know what you would call this, maybe like a fleece fur type of jacket, I guess. But the crop in the body is very nice. The fitting is very nice. It zips halfway, so half zip, not a full zip, and it's just crazy, bro. Like, I don't even know what else to say about it other than that. But I believe that is pretty much all of the things that I picked up as of recently. So I'm really gonna head out of here, but make sure that, again, if you would like to buy anything from the restock, you have about a week to do so. All the items are pre-orders, so if you do want it, you can grab it. Some of them aren't pre-order. Like, I restocked the Twilight cross necklace, and that's not a pre-order, because it takes a lot to make that. So that's not a pre-order. So that's probably low stock by the time you're watching this. So if you do want one of those, you're gonna have to grab it pretty quickly. But the other ones you can grab within like a week's span. So yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got for y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for watching. I'll be back to you more. Peace.